Bless up, guys. This is yours truly, Empress Chassie Warmington, aka All That Chas, aka Luke the Slayer. I'm actually just doing a real quick video. I was actually inspired to do this video to encourage anybody who is going through stuff. A lot of times, I know for me, I've seen it so many times, very often times where people like to give you advice. They like to offer their verbal opinions and criticism, critics, of what you are or are not doing, when they really don't understand what you've been through. They don't understand the process and the steps that you have to take to get where you need to go. Let me tell you, everybody's role and path is not smooth sailing. And we know people who have never experienced any kind of craziness, or and then I know people who have experienced, financial challenges and despair, but they were able to just, immediately get out of this situation and bounce back like immediately. Or they had that support, or it's like that synergy was just following them. Everybody don't have that, and it's not because they're not doing what they need to do. I really hate this ignorant ass mentality where people keep saying, "Oh, well, they're not doing what they need to do because if they were, they wouldn't be in a position." Don't you know? You got people that go out here and bust their ass, and they still don't even own their home. They die without even owning their home because they burn themselves out trying to, just have basic living. If you're not willing to contribute to someone's goal, dreams, and endeavors monetarily, just shut the hell up. Just shut the hell up. If you're not supporting them, you know, um, accomplish their goals and dreams, don't worry about what kind of progress they are not making. And oftentimes I see this happen a lot in relationship and in marriages. You have where someone may want one of the people in the relationship may want to, go to school for civil engineer, but their significant other or their spouse is not going to don't support them in it, because that's not what that significant other or spouse wants for them. You can't force people to live your dream or the dream that you have for them or the life that you want them to have, or to go to school and have the passions that you want them to have. They don't have to live according to your standards and your liking and your expectations when they have great and high expectations, but their goals and their dreams and endeavors are focusing on maybe having opening up a shoe store, and or making shoes, or designing posters and stuff, doing billboards. Why people won't support people in their dreams and in their goals and endeavors? They always try to deter them from that. And granted, through the process, yeah, you may, may have to work in jobs and in positions that it's not directly geared towards your goal and your dreams and endeavors. However, you can still use it as a learning tool and as a mechanism of seeing how things operate, see how that company function, see, the ins and out of that company. And who knows, maybe with your goals and dreams and endeavors, you may be able to be an asset to that company, or they may be able to sponsor you or support you in what you want to do and stuff. So just stop talking ish about people. Just, stop looking down on people, because some people really just have it hard and they don't have that kind of support. They don't have no one building them up. Hey, Rick. Hey, Bruce. Thanks for watching. Some people, they don't have that same kind of support. And I'm going to be honest about it. As a woman, it is really hard for me as a woman to get true, genuine support from men, because this mentality that if a man help you, then you got to give him something in return, and it's usually sexual favors. Why should I have to prostitute myself for you to support me if you're saying that you just genuinely support me, or if you're just genuinely supposed to be my friend or a business colleague or acquaintance, why is it that it results to, sexual in nature? And this is in the process of establishing a business, or pursuing a dream or goal. I'm not saying it's the process. I mean, it's not once you have accomplished, your dreams and goals and endeavors, but building up. You get a lot. I know for me, I've had that a lot. So I've had to do a lot of stuff on my own, and doing that, I faced some really serious situations, some major setbacks, like things that happened in my life that was 100% unpredictable, 100% out of my control, that put me in situations and circumstances where I had to keep rebuilding. And it takes a lot to rebuild. And then if you're in the process of rebuilding, and then you get another blow, it's like another tidal wave come in, another tsunami come in, you have to, everything that you've already just started to build, all of that is gone. And now you're back at ground zero again. It's like breaking ground again. And some people find themselves going through that, and it's not that they're, thinking of it, or they're putting themselves in a situation. We don't understand or know why the universe, God, have certain people go through certain things. We may not understand, and we may not know why, but it doesn't give us a reason to down them and to look down on them and to not want to support them and to want to criticize what they're doing and what they're not doing and stuff, because a lot of times people are really trying. I've seen people just really go through it. Me, myself, as an example, just have had some very serious situations and circumstances to occur beyond my control, and that I did not cause directly nor indirectly, but as a result of other people or just life happening. And we had to rebuild. And I'm doing that even still to date, rebuilding. And it's a process because, for one, I don't have a husband that's monetarily, stable, or have any kind of financial support like that. All of my support solely come from anything that I may sell, be able to sell on my website, through vendoring, through services that I may offer. And then with the pandemic happening the way it did, and a lot of venues at that time was closed, I couldn't do events when I needed to do events. So there was some things that happened that was beyond my control. And so now it's like, okay, now I got to recoup what I lost. And in order to recoup what I lost, I need to get back what I lost. So it's not that a lot of times that a person is not trying, they just don't have the monetary support and help that they need. And my credit is pretty decent. It's pretty good. I mean, it's almost at 720. I'm just being realistic about it. It's almost at 720. It's not quite there yet. One of my credit scores just hit 705 today. Another one hit 699 today. So my credit score is okay, but I still need to work to build it up. So people, you got a lot of people that's out there really, trying, and they're really doing the best they can. I'm going through the SBA, as well for, business grants, and, I'm doing everything that I need to do. But these are things that take time. It's a process to it. It's not something that you get approved for overnight and that it just happened instantaneously. So in between that time frame of me needing to get this and build, what I do is I just do more research and just more, researching more information, find more ways that I can establish myself, establish my credit, establish my business, different types of government grants that is available for me, being a female, a woman, that is considered, I have 3 strikes against me as considered a minority: my skin complexion, and my woman, and my ethnicities. So that's tree right there because of the fact, I when I apply for grants and stuff with the SBA, I can, you know, get certain things. And then, even establishing your business credit is also a part of that. And those things take time, and everybody did not get the same breaks as somebody else. Everything didn't go smoothly as it went for somebody else. Some people just don't ever have that kind of struggle, or they don't face those kind of challenges or those type of setbacks. But then you got people that do, and some people who do face those setbacks, they may be able to bounce back without problem. But then you have people who don't be able to bounce back or can't bounce back, not for the lack of trying, but that's just how the universe have it for them at that moment in time. And so whatever lesson they may need to learn, or whatever it is that they need to experience, that's up to the universe to have them to experience those things. So we have to stop with this mentality that just because someone is not, or seemingly to not be accomplishing whatever their dreams and goals is, that there is for the lack of trying. It isn't. Me personally, I love advice. I always listen to people advice. I read stuff, I get ideas and come up with concepts, and or be reminded of things that that I can implement and things that I can do. So I'm not saying that verbal advice is not good, but what I'm saying is you got people that's all they do. They are never supporting. And my thing is, if you're not supporting somebody's business or trying to support them anyway, shut the hell up. Don't tell them nothing. Don't tell them what they need to do, what they should be doing, what they need to be trying to do, where you're not trying to contribute monetarily to help them establish whatever it is that they're trying to establish with their business. If they're trying to go back to school and you're not helping them, towards their school tuition, or you're not doing anything, stop being so quick to always want to mouth off and criticize people and talk shit and give your little 2 cents when you're not even trying to help that person out. And I'm talking about those who are in a position to. So you got people that me personally know people who are on fixed incomes, and they are more supportive monetarily towards people who make $6,000+ a month, or that has a decent source of income or consistent income coming in, where they're not restricted, and have other streamlines of income that they could do. And then you got some people that have disabilities, that make donations and help people. But then you got people who are able bodies, don't want to help nobody. Well, shoot, they got to get there, let it get mine. Well, it ain't my fault. They grown like me. They could do, they just going to have to go get them another job then. They just got to do what they got to do. It's easy said than done. It's not that simple. Think about it, if it was really that simple, every single person in this world who has goals, who have dreams, who have endeavors, it would already be fruition right now. Think about that. Every single person who has a dream and goal, it would already be completely 100% fulfilled and accomplished by now, that are adults, of course, But I'm just saying, so obviously it's not that simple. You got to deal with credit. You got to deal with these restrictions and these laws and bylaws and these legalities. And then you got to go to college and you got to get this kind of degree. You got to get that kind of education. You got to have these kind of certifications. And, it's other stuff that comes along with that. And those things don't come overnight. And so just like right now, I'm in starting school next month for entertainment law, but I also can use that because with entertainment law, I learned about civil law and criminal law. But I want to, by 2022, I've already registered, and submitted to be a candidate to run as a Georgia State Senator. I want to have a Senate seat in the state of Georgia. So guess what? There are certain things that they require of you. And in order for me to get those things, these are steps that they have to take. And they cost money. It's not like I can just get it because I want it without paying for it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people always talking about, oh, do this, oh, do that. Oh, you should have did this, or you should do that. Well, have you contributed to me financially? I mean, like, and I'm not talking about like $1, $5. No, have you really made a true sponsorship to me? Have you sponsored me at all? Have you supported me monetarily at all? When the last time you ever sent me $100, or towards my goal dream? When have you sent me $500, $1,000, etc.? So just I don't understand this mentality that a lot of people have, where they are so quick and feel so comfortable with giving people constructive, as they call it, criticism, or giving them what they consider constructive advice, but they never ever try to support them. And I mean, this is referring to people who always do that, because some you got people that would do that, that will lecture you, but they will support you too, monetarily. But you got people that just like to lecture, and they never ever want to try to contribute. But they go on the internet, and they go around in their family, and they constantly nitpick with every person that they possibly can, and criticize what they're doing, what they're not doing, how they need to do this, how they do that. But they never ever, they're one of the most stingiest and selfish people. They never want to help anybody. They always just feel like, well, I got mine. So all I did this. Well, I got mine. I didn't have nobody to help me. Well, good for you. What to do? Everybody don't have that break. And to be honest, you didn't do it by yourself. Because if that school didn't exist, you couldn't have went to school to get that degree that you needed. Had not the universe, had not God given you the mind to go and study and help you with your cognitive and have cognitive need, you wouldn't be able to focus and accomplish things. So we can never say that verbatimly I did it all by myself. No, we've had help. We had a lot of help from the divine one, from the universe. We don't never accomplish anything by ourselves, no matter how much we may feel that we did. We did. You didn't have the gas station, you couldn't put no gas in your car. If you didn't have that employer there, you wouldn't even been able to go to work and earn the paycheck that you earned. So don't think you did shit by yourself. No, you did not. You had help indirectly, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. Mostly these help come indirectly, but they affect us directly to accomplish whatever it is that we want to accomplish. So I just had to say that, because I hate when people come and be negative like that, towards other people, especially when I see the person struggling and I see them doing their very best, and they're striving and they're trying so hard. And especially being a woman is really hard, because a lot of times you got women that don't want to support other women because they are jealous, or they are just trying to take their idea and do it themselves. They be like, oh, she getting ready to go to school to be a computer scientist. I'm finna go to school. Next thing you know, they don't went to school and graduated and everything because they have the support to do that. When you don't have the support to do that, and then by the time you get this, be able to go to school, then that friend will try to say, oh, she trying to be like me. She going to go to school, get her degree in computer science because I did it. When it wasn't even like that at all. So we have to learn how to assess things for ourselves, discern things for ourselves. Don't let people put thoughts and ideas in your mind about people. Learn to study people and learn people for yourself. And people don't owe you an explanation for whatever it is that they're going through. Sometimes people just go through shit and they don't even know why they're going through it. How I was really sick. I didn't even know when I was going through the illnesses and being so sick. I did not know at the time why I was sick. I went to the doctors. I was doing everything I needed to do, but I still didn't know what was causing me to become so chronically ill and sick the way I did, until a few years later. And then that's when the doctors discovered that I was battling, some chronic diseases and illnesses like lupus, vis vigo, syncope, Raynaud disease, GERD, that was causing me to have the conditions and the issues that I was having. And those things really set me back because I could not work. Hey, mommy, how are you? Thanks for watching. I couldn't work the way I wanted to work. I couldn't work at all because I was like completely bedridden. So those things set me back. So I understand that people have situations, circumstances beyond their control that cause them to have setbacks. And so if a person is going to just be there and help them and support them. They don't need the lecturing. They don't need your criticism. They don't need your so-called advice, because a lot of times it's not that the person does not have the knowledge or don't have the will to do whatever it is they need to do. They don't have the finances to do it. Big difference. Because I have business plans. My laptop is full of business plans. But I need investors or I would need to hit the lottery or get some major multi-million dollar sponsorships to make for some of these things, a lot of them to come to fruition, because it takes money to for all things. All things consist of freaking money. So I just wanted to put that out there, because I don't like to see people being torn down when they're out there doing their very best and they're striving and they're giving it their all, and instead of getting the support they need, they're getting criticism and people walking out their lives and giving up on them and turning their backs on a spouse, turning their back on their on their spouse, significant others turning their back on their significant other, just giving up on people and wanting everything to be easy, so they'll go find somebody else who is not facing those kind of struggles and everything, instead of being there in support. And if somebody can't be there for you to support you when you're down, you definitely don't need them. That just lets you know their true intention, and that they was just with you because they didn't want to be alone at that time. But now they have moved on and have found somebody else who is established, or who may have more money than you, may have more consistency in being able to do things than you. So that's their loss, because believe you me, eventually one day you're going to be able to succeed and accomplish your dreams. And when that happens, they're going to regret walking out your life. So job bless, one love, peace. That's right, health first. I've been feeling good. Thank you so much. But I actually have to go and take care of some business. I know it's late, but I do have to take care of some business right now. So I don't want to rush off, but I have to. Thank you so much for your support. God bless, one love, peace.